All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Remember Her? She's Rich Now. The story of Maegan Hall. This is coming from the channel Ray Williams Johnson. Let's check it out. Let's see where this takes us, guys.
One day, the city's mayor gets a message from a whistleblower alerting him to a problem that needs to be dealt with. And this whistleblower tells him that in the city's police department, a female officer is hooking up with all of the other cops.
Oh, that's
sometimes
her.
while on duty. So this story starts with this woman, Maegan.
Okay.
Now, Maegan wants to be a police officer real bad. So she goes through the academy and through all...
Bro, this is the woman that basically got like... She was basically passed around the department willingly, though, by the sounds of it, at least. Guys, but all right.
The training, and then one day, before she officially becomes a cop, she decides to start smashing with one of her superiors.
Right.
This guy, Sergeant Ty. So Sergeant Ty and Maegan, they hit it off and they smash at least 2 different times. And allegedly, Sergeant Ty, he ends up liking Maegan a lot. And so he lets her know, like, hey, if you ever want to smash again, I'm down. But Maegan, she has already moved on from Sergeant Ty.
And she's married.
She officially graduates, she becomes a police officer, and then she catches the eye of this guy, who we'll just call Supervisor, because he's her supervisor. Now, Supervisor, he lets her know if she starts smashing with him, he can really help her career. So then, of course, Maegan starts smashing with him. And then, allegedly, Supervisor ends up liking Maegan a lot. And their situationship goes on for months. And eventually, they start smashing, not
Bro, who made this artwork?
just on their free time, but while they're at work on duty. And they're trading dirty messages and spicy photos. And a couple of times when they hook up, he records her without telling her. And she catches him and she's like, hey, delete that footage. And Supervisor's like, all right, fine. But he doesn't delete the footage. No. Instead, he passes those intimate photos and videos over to his other officer friends, including Sergeant Ty and the police chief himself. Meanwhile, Sergeant Ty's still over here like, yo, Maegan, if you ever want to smash again, I'm down. But Maegan doesn't smash with him. Instead, she starts hooking up with a bunch of other officers on the force. Now, I'm not entirely sure about this timeline because as far as I know, this timeline has never been publicly released. But at some point, she goes with her fellow officers to like one of those putt-putt go-kart places, and they all get wasted, and Maegan goes back to the hotel with an officer, this guy Juan Lugo Perez, and they smash. Then she goes and hooks up with this guy, Sergeant Shields, in the police gym. Then she starts sexting with this other officer, Officer Showborough. Then she goes and smashes with this canine officer, Officer Larry. And who knows, she probably smashes with the dog too.
Most
I don't
likely.
know. But the whole time, I'm sure Sergeant Ty is still probably like, yo, Maegan, if you ever want to smash again, I'm still down. But she still doesn't go back to Sergeant Ty because clearly she's getting D elsewhere. But then one night, some officers throw a hot tub party. And Maegan goes there and she gets wasted and she dances around topless while other officers pour shots into her mouth. And afterwards, she smashes with her coworker, this guy Magliocco, in the bathroom. So to sum it all up, she's basically been doing a lot of this, and apparently also a lot of this. Oh, and did I forget to mention she's married?
Right. That's the part that I was waiting for you to kind of bring up. To my knowledge, she was definitely married. And they're still married? How do you, I don't know, was the marriage like open or like what exactly had to happen for you to say, you know what, my wife is out here doing all of this stuff. This is all provable information, right? And I'm still going to stay married. Of course. I love my vows. Listen,
regardless, at this point, Maegan has now romantically hooked up with 7 officers in her police station.
Right.
Until Sergeant Ty, who had allegedly been wanting to smash with Maegan again, but only got to hit it twice, it seems like he starts getting jealous. Jealous that she's hooking up with the entirety of the police force, but not him. So what does he do? He allegedly crowns himself whistleblower, and he goes to the mayor and he reports all of this. He tells him that in the city police department, a female officer is hooking up with all the other cops, sometimes on duty. But what Sergeant Ty doesn't tell him is that he had been smashing with Maegan too. So of course, immediately the city starts an investigation. And they interview everyone at the department and they look into it and they discover it's all true. And then bam. they fire Maegan. And then bam, they fire or suspend most of the officers who
Right.
smashed with her. And
Right.
then bam, they also fire the police chief.
Because he was involved also, bro. This is crazy. Bro, who made this artwork? I need to know right now, immediately.
Because he knew about all the smashing and never took action against it and never reported it to HR. Furthermore, once they figure out that he was smashing with Maegan too, bam, they also fire Sergeant Ty. So in total, 5 officers are fired and 3 are suspended without pay. Oh,
Why is
but
she
it's
rich
not
now?
over. Because then this story hits the news and it goes crazy viral and it's all over the internet. And people are talking about it and the memes that come out of it are just ridiculous. Like when you hear the song "F the Police" and you take it literally. And so overnight, the entire
What?
internet is
No.
just clowning Maegan for getting
Right.
passed around the whole police department. And Maegan, she's very upset. I mean, she doesn't know what to do.
Why? But you did it. Own it, right? Accountability shouldn't be just like a terrible word here. You did do these things, right? But all right.
So she gets her shit together and she decides to fight back. So she goes and she gets an attorney and she files a lawsuit against not only her 3 superior officers, but against the city. Now, it's really easy for us to sit here and be like, oh, she mad because she got ran through. But remember, from a legal standpoint, her supervisor told her that if she slept with him, he would help her career.
But what about the other ones?
He also allegedly filmed her intimate activity without her consent.
But what about the other ones?
And passed that footage and photos on to other officers on the force, including the chief of police, without her consent. So
But what about the other ones?
Maegan sues them, and she's got a strong case. And then, after about a year, the city board, they've heard all the arguments, and they've seen all the evidence. And they
Okay.
take a vote, and they vote almost unanimously to settle the lawsuit with Maegan. And they end up paying her $500,000
That's not rich, though. You said that she's rich now.
to drop the suit. So we all laughed at her and made jokes, but at the end of the day, she won. She got all the money she wanted and apparently all the D she wanted. And
Right.
last I read, Maegan and her husband, they're still married and
That's so weird.
they're still trying to work through everything. Good luck with all that.
Why?
One
Bro,
day-
no, don't do that. Bro, run as fast as you possibly can. Listen, don't involve yourself with this absolutely scandalous woman. How dare you? How dare you do this to this good man? Right? This is how good men turn evil. Right? His villain arc is absolutely going to be absolutely spectacular. I would like to re-interview him in 10 years and see where he is. What is he doing with his life? Bro, I'm sorry. Vows or no vows, what she did. Listen, keep this in mind. These are the times where we know that. We know these are the times that it happened. Imagine how long in his life he has said to her, listen, I think you're cheating on me. And she's like, no, I'm not cheating on you. Bro, every single time you thought she was cheating, that's exactly what she was doing. All right? That's it. In fact, she was cheating on you when she met you. Okay? Just be fully aware of this here. All right. But either way, listen, apparently, so she got the money she wanted, $500,000. I wouldn't specifically call that rich at all. But she has something to put aside, for the times that that's not working. I guess that's a great thing, I guess, for her. Right? She got everything she wanted. Right? Absolutely. Full-blown sausage fest, all over the place. Right, so when they actually showed, with the hot dogs, flying out her face, that's probably basically what happened here. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.